without a lot of background noise or people, coming in and out of my room, interrupting me, wondering why I have a headset on and I'm talking to myself. Anyways, 14-minute mark. Sorry for that. Apologies. 14-minute mark, 1x speed, Fog of War off, Golden Sun's point of view, unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So just a quick check. Golden Sun 50 for 60 food, which means he was banking. He's just jumped to 55. He had 1,000 gold. Chuchi Bus 1,500 gold and 35 for 100 food. So obviously, once he can pretty much at any time jump to 70 food, which is incredibly powerful and the whole point of the strategy. So he's done it pretty well to this point. And Golden Sun's obviously going to have to be prepared for that. Again, loses a Vern to creeps. That's unfortunate as well. Particularly at this point in the game, because you don't want to be behind on unit production. He was training a Shadow Hunter third. Good decision. You really need the healing wave. If they choose to right-click your hero, level 3 Mountain King, so level 2 Bolt, and some Griffin Focus Fire and Dust of Appearance, really takes down the Blade Master very quickly. Even though he has an invulnerability pod, you don't want him to have to spend most of the fight when walking or out of the battle. You need the Blade Master with an orb as part of your source of damage. So anyways, Golden Sun right now just making sure that Chuchi Bus hasn't re-expanded. Another important distinction to versing this strategy is to figure out whether or not their plan is to push you right away once they break upkeep, which is, I think, Chuchi Bus's plan, or if they're planning on just securing as many gold mines as possible. And obviously, if they go for a second gold mine, you really need to be aggressive there, because 3/3 Griffins with 3 mines total, again, it doesn't really matter what you have. They're going to be able to just overwhelm you, or just not have a hard counter to Griffins in the sense that, Dryads hard counter Griffins. Anyways, and are tier 2, so they're still pretty strong despite the nerf. I don't care what else players say. Again, power creeping, like I said, your advantage, and possibly one of your advantages when they fast expand the way they have, is that you have the tech and the map control advantage. So take advantage of it, and when you do have to fight, make sure you're fighting with significantly better heroes, which has happened in all the games we've seen so far, and which will hopefully continue to happen, because that's pretty much the way you're going to beat this strategy. Scroll of Healing and Invulnerability Potion on the Shadow Hunter. Invulnerability obviously because he knows he's versus Griffins and a high level Mountain King, so the weak heroes are going to die very quickly, and you want the Shadow Hunter in the fight as long as possible because he'll pick up experience very quickly. And the Scroll of Healing, again, it just supplements the healing that Healing Wave does. Healing Wave is almost like a Scroll of Healing in the sense that it doesn't fully heal one unit the way Coil does. It spreads out the healing among a group of units. So another reason why Spirit Link is so strong with Orc, and so integral to most of their standard strategies. Again, kind of careless with the Verns occasionally. Didn't lose that Vern there, but almost did. Again, this is the ladder game from Golden Sun, so I don't think he's taking it too seriously. So again, Golden Sun has actually just achieved a food advantage. Chuchi Bus has chosen to add knights in. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not a human player, I can't tell you. I personally think that's the wrong decision, because if knights take up a lot of food, and if the Orc player does manage to kill all your anti-air, and you're left with knights versus Verns, doesn't matter how much they're buffed, that's not in your favor. But anyways, Chuchi Bus, you notice the ivory towers on the Paladin. This is what's so powerful about these strategies from Human. At any time, they can use the ivory towers and have guard towers up in their base very, very quickly. So even though Golden Sun's had 2 expansions for a longer time, it would be very much to Chuchi Bus's advantage in this game if he was able to get this expansion up as well. Luckily, Golden Sun scouted it at this point. He knows those towers are going up, and you can see his army heading towards it right away. As far as the army goes now, Golden Sun is actually at the food disadvantage. Kodo Beast and 5 Wyvern versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 Griffins at 2, 3. So that's a pretty powerful army on his part. And only 2 bestiaries from Golden Sun, so that's definitely an interesting strategy on his part. He does, however, have Breath of Fire level 2, which is really going to help, and Bloodlust on the Shaman. Again, I think this is part of the fact that it's a mana fountain, part of the fact that he also got 2 expansions instead of 1, because Bloodlust is much riskier on Echo Isles when they hit a lot faster. But that's actually going to help him significantly, the Bloodlusted Burns and the Bloodlusted Blade Master. A Bloodlusted Blade Master is a scary sight. His attack speed just goes through the roof and he starts critting like crazy. Anyways, Breath of Fire really doing its job, as is Drunken Haze. Remember, Drunken Haze causes the unit to miss every so often. 15% too, I believe, maybe less. But it's almost the equivalent of evasion on your army. It's pretty powerful, and even though it's dispellable, so it's really not, in a normal game it wouldn't be the best thing. In mass air fights, it's pretty much like Acid Bomb, it's just to your advantage to have it. Lost a burn there to towers, not so great. You see Breath of Fire doing some serious damage to the towers. It's another advantage to going Breath of Fire is the amount of damage you can do to peasants and towers at this point. 72 versus 75 food, but significant hero advantage for Golden Sun. He's just got to be careful not to lose a hero, and he's pretty much got the game in the bag. And he's also left a Raider at his expansion. Anyways, again, whenever you have, between fights like this, be the first person to secure the mana fountain. If you both kind of fought to neutral, the winner will often be the one who gets to the fountain first and holds the fountain. Because, for example, with the level 3 Shadow Hunter and a mana fountain, Golden Sun basically has infinite casting of Healing Wave. It's almost like a health fountain for him. Also, obviously, the higher level Panda with the extra mana regeneration of the fountain, very much to his advantage as well. And all full mana Shaman, a lot more Bloodlust, obviously helpful as well. So he's gone to 89 food. He's in high upkeep. Do not go into high upkeep unless you have 2 expansions, or unless the human player has done so as well. It's fine for him at this point. He has the expansion advantage. If you do not have the expansion advantage, 85 food versus 80 food, and you're in high upkeep, will cost you the game. You might even win the fight, but he will be able to rebuild faster than you and will win the game. So, again, pay attention to upkeep. It's one of the easiest ways to determine the difference between, a low-level ladder player and a decent ladder player, is how they manage upkeep. Anyways, level 2 Paladin still almost level. Oh, there, he gets level 3. Magical level for the Paladin. He really does need level 3. It makes such a difference in keeping the Mountain King alive and keeping Griffins alive, etc. He chose not to get an armor scroll there. Not exactly sure why. I think it would have helped him out a lot. But anyways, you can see Kodo devours the Knight. Or it didn't, but it tried to. I don't know why it didn't. Breath of Fire, Healing Wave, Heal Scrolls. Even though most of his army is shackled, the shackled units aren't dying, and the Dragonhawks are dying off slowly but surely. Notice he did hex a Dragonhawk Rider. That frees up 1 more of your burns to do damage, just makes it that much easier to kill the other Dragonhawk Riders, so it's actually a very useful use of hex. He's actually losing this fight, frankly. Like, if you're looking at foods, it's even food. Chuchubus has 64 food to Golden Sun's 50. So again, this is the point where the high-level heroes are actually going to carry the game for him. And of course, the fact that he has an expansion advantage. But this is pretty much an all-or-nothing fight on Chuchubus's part. And even though he did win in terms of the army he had, he didn't have sufficient. He didn't have enough to finish it off. If he'd killed a hero, it would have been a huge difference on his part. So again, that pretty much illustrates the strength of this strategy. He fought with less of an army size-wise, and with significantly less of a hero advantage. Significantly less of a hero advantage, and still won the fight. Forced to run, and he's going to lose the game because he doesn't have enough expansions. But regardless, that shows you pretty clearly how strong this strategy is. Golden Sun, 1200 gold. Chuchubus, 100 something gold. So, obviously, because Golden Sun had the expansion advantage, he's going to rebuild faster and win the game. It'd be very important for him to the grunt scouted the towers going up. If I was him, I'd head there right now. Yeah. Breath of Fire very fast.